again. We've got jez2718 taking it 2-0 over Romanova on Skycrag Sling. Also, TheBoxer taking it 2-0 over RNG. All these players getting some points tonight. Romanova went 4-1, five wins there. So Romanova's still going to get 5 points there. Both of these players also getting at least 5 points tonight. Winner will be getting 6 points as well as their trophy. So both of these players going to move up the leaderboard either way. But it is time for the finals of TNE Summer Challenge number 4. So let's tell our players they are good to go. And let's head down for some exciting sling mirror action.
Oh.
All right, welcome everybody to the finals. We've got jez2718 on the bottom of your screen. We've got TheBoxer at the top. Both of these players on TRS, both of these players on Sling. I believe TheBoxer said that they're not exact lists, so I'll take a look at that in a moment. But here we go. Skycrag Sling Mirror.
I see an occultist. Do you
Yes.
know what? Do you know what won one of the mirror games just now?
It did. That's true.
An occultist. Aha.
Good call. It did. Also, Noah, do you know what the only target in the whole deck is for Hailstorm?
Oh, occultist. Yes, we got it.
I do like, though, that Jez had Geminon with the Hailstorm, so, like, even when the Hailstorms are in bad matchups, like, you still get some kind of weird minor value out of it. I kind of like it.
Although there always seems to be a face just ready to just soak up the gem.
That is true. That's the downside. All right, Boxer's the first one to hit the board on the play. Gonna play out that Sling of the Chi on turn 3.
I can't see the hand cam. Does he have any backup for it?
He's got a Kenna I said Unchained, but it's not. It's Uncontained, isn't it? Kenna Uncontained, a Flicker, a Torch, and a Dazzle. So Kenna the only unit there.
Ooh, Siegebreaker. I like it.
But Kenna not really going to trigger the Sling, but Siegebreaker, a big cannon there for Jez. We saw that did some work last game as well. Jez going to shift out of Tamaris, just deal that one ping damage, but more importantly, I think it's just kind of cheating out a 4/6 flyer early.
For sure, yeah.
Here comes Kenna. Siegebreaker, look
Siegebreaker.
at this. Siegebreaker going to take out Boxer's Sling with no protection. Boxer does have a second copy of Sling, but you don't always get to see the Siegebreaker hit, and there it did.
Yeah, this is looking pretty okay for Jez.
All right, Boxer going to torch
double
Kenna to get that Siegebreaker, but it does allow Boxer to go get another copy of Sling of the Chi. Also, for what it's worth, that does hide the fact that Boxer has another Sling of the Chi in hand from Jez, because you were able to go get one off of that. Jez has a Rost on top, but unfortunately for Jez, no 5th power, so going to miss the 5th power drop. Also going to miss the opportunity to warp that Rost. That would have been a good turn for Jez. And, of course, because the Rost is on top of the deck, means they're going to miss power next turn as well. Boxer's going to play out that second copy of Sling, and Boxer also has a Rost on top of the deck.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty rough for Jez then.
So interesting. So did Boxer last turn... Oh, no, they probably played a Treasure Trove, didn't they? I was going to say, did Boxer not play the Rost? They must have used the Treasure Trove, I think, instead of... Because they didn't see the Rost with 5. They weren't able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Atua61, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate you being here, spending some time with the TNE crew this evening. No, it's been a while, but hopefully everybody gets to enjoy some action as much as we can with so much Sling, but I won't blame TRS too much. It's all right. You do what it takes to win, right? You play the best deck that's for the field.
Naturally.
This cannon's done a lot of damage so far for Jez. It's put Boxer all the way down to 12, but here comes that Rost, and thanks to the 2 copies of Sling of the Chi, pew pew, let's take care of both of those units.
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
Yeah, Boxer has the power advantage and the double Sling advantage. I think that's really important right now. Even though Boxer has fewer cards in hand and had fewer units on board, I think having the sling and the power advantage is huge.
Yeah, I definitely would rather be the one that can actually like make my units also remove my opponent's units.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
The
oh.
rubbins flickering your blueprints. Ouch.
Yeah, I mean, Boxer's seen him miss just as many power drops as we have, so yeah, it's definitely a good play.
And Jez says, fine, I'll do it right back. And gonna flicker the strategize for Boxer. But unfortunately for Jez, Boxer's still gonna draw 2 more cards at the end of the turn. That's the one disadvantage of permafrosting your Rost. I mean, permafrosting Rost is a great play, but there's the one disadvantage is still gonna draw 2 cards every turn.
Yep. Pretty big disadvantage.
Here you go. Play another copy here. Thanks to that sudden schism, that's going to kill the Kenna, and now you've got another Ross to deal with, and Jez still at only 4 power. Here's the 5th, the Cobalt Waystone, but it might be. Damage might already been done at this point. Boxer sitting on 7 cards in hand.
I reckon this is getting pretty rough now. And the permafrost as well.
I will say I'm glad to see more snowballs back. You know, we got that sweet snowball emote, and then nobody used snowballs for like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of snowballs today, and they've been good as well.
They
Taking out all of these
have.
Houndmasters and stuff.
Yeah, snowball's in a good spot right now for sure. All right, tomorrow's coming out for Boxer. Going to keep that pressure on. Down to 10 health, but as we said, has the card advantage, the sling advantage, and the board advantage now.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually has a way to deal with the 4 flying damage every time, because of course now Sudden Schism can just create a blocker for the Rost.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dazzle.
Dazzle from Boxer is going to stop that, and that's just going to be lethal. So congratulations, Boxer, taking game number 1. All right, so that matchup, it seemed like getting power screwed obviously hurt Jez. You know, you got to hit your 5th power. That was a big part of it. Boxer taking the early turns to get the 2 copies of Sling down, I think were really important as well. You know, we talked last time about how Sling wasn't that important in the aggro matchup. It was more about the board wipes. But Boxer recognizing that this matchup is different and taking those turns off to play Sling, I think, was really important. And you could see how big of a difference it made there.
I mean, like, we saw the previous mirror match was just like such a big vie for control over the board. And yeah, if you're like 5 power 7/7, it's not just coming in as a 5 power 7/7, but also removing your opponent's 5 power 7/7 or whatever. Well, it won't remove that, but yeah, that's pretty ridiculous value.
All right, Jez keeping a hand of 3 power Tamaris, Blueprints, Strategize, and Sling. Boxer keeping a hand of 4 power Torch, Sling, Dazzle.
I am actually like the Crafty Occultist hand lost last game. I feel kind of sad now.
Boxer also on the play. Unfortunately, of course, we don't have modified play draw. It's just random based on direct challenges. All right, so no play by Jez. Choosing to go with the depleted power there to help fix their influence rather than try to get the strategize on 2. Goblin Hero, thank you so much for the follow, Goblin Hero. We appreciate you being here. No goblins in Eternal, right? I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
Got Grenadin and Yetis instead, which I like. I'll give them credit for departing a little bit from sort of the traditional tropes. I like that the tribes are Yetis and Grenadin and Mandrakes. I think that's cool.
I think the Yetis are kind of like our goblins, right?
Yeah. But I like it. I like that they switched around.
For sure.
All right, 3rd power for Jez. I think you gotta You got to jam this Sling of the Chi here.
I would imagine so.
Boxer hit the Sling game first, and now both games so far, Boxer has landed Sling on turn 3 on the play.
Jez does have it with protection, though.
That is true.
And here comes the Siege Breaker to
and
finish off Boxer.
Dazzle does a lot of things, but it doesn't stop Siege Breaker from killing your Sling of the Chi.
Yep.
So Siege Breaker going to come down. As you mentioned, it's going to take care of that Sling. Boxer, that's an awkward turn for Boxer. I don't necessarily think it's going to make a big deal in the long run, but that's an awkward turn where Boxer had 4 power, all their influence, 6 cards in hand, and just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But is going to go ahead and use 2 cards here. Yeah. Going to use 2 cards here to kill the Siege Breaker, get their Sling back. But it did slow Boxer down. I mean, Boxer had to use that turn then instead to get their Sling back, and then now Boxer's the one stuck on 4. Could not deploy the Sling again, so now it's going to be a whole nother turn before they're able to deploy it. And now this is sort of the inverse of what we saw last game, right? Now Jez has it with protection and now is drawing cards off of the Tamaris.
Ooh, and that Geminon. Very nice.
Now Boxer is spending their turn 5, missing a power drop again, and redeploying the Sling of the Chi.
Yeah, this is looking much better for Jez.
Geminon hitting the board, drawing another card for Jez. But now is Boxer's turn. Boxer now got their 5th power, has an active Sling, and now can start deploying some threats.
He needs to double up on some kind of damage, though, to get rid of the Geminon, which is going to be hard.
Okay, gonna Tamaris. That will pop the Face Aegis. And then drawing a Transpose end of turn. Tamaris from Jez's side.
Actually, just hard casting it, okay.
Yeah. Dazzle's gonna slow down the Geminon. Not a permanent answer, but slows it down a bit. That's one thing I've noticed tonight with some of these Sling decks is they've always had so many cards in hand that it almost didn't... you were able to kind of 2-for-1 yourself, right? Like, how many times have we seen one of the Sling players just fire off 2 removal spells? Kind of like it was nothing to take care of unit, but they have so many cards that it almost doesn't matter. Like,
yeah. And definitely when you have, like, when you're a Boxer situation, you have 2 Slings out, you're just, like, drawing 2 cards at the end of every turn. That's so strong.
Cobalt Waystone, nice draw for Jez to get that Face Aegis back. Not that Boxer necessarily had a way in hand to get rid of the Sling, but always feels a little bit better when you can get those Face Aegises for free.
For sure.
Jez gonna Permafrost on the Rost and attack in with the Tamaris.
Do you play out the Siege Train here as well?
I think so, yeah.
6 extra damage for the
yeah,
Geminon.
6 extra damage. You have to point it at one of the units, and you can't point it at the Tamaris because it shifted. So sure, get 6 extra damage. Why not?
Yep.
Geminon up to a hefty 17.
It does get to attack again next turn.
That's true.
So except for Boxer has some units. Oh, he can go grab a Sudden Schism, I guess.
Yes, the Transpose does have Sudden Schism, Cover from the Storm, Honor of Claws, Siege Breaker, and Turn to Seed. Like you said, going to grab the Sudden Schism, presumably being able to copy that Rost. Copying Rost is good.
Yeah, because that would be able to, like, blow out the attack from Jez by shooting down, like, the Tamaris and then blocking Siege Train.
Mm-hmm. Boxer going to go with the Crafty Occultist, discarding a Kenna and a power to draw a power 2 power, but is going to get a Grenadin out of the deal. Crafty's on both sides. Jez's draws were a little bit better.
Yeah, that's a nice Ross to take care of something.
Blueprints as well. Able to deploy both of those, and that's going to get an heirloom. We might get to a point where that heirloom matters.
That would be incredibly fun.
Ross going to take out the Crafty. I do love it. There is a Hailstorm in hand for Boxer, but what's that? It's 8 units on board right now.
Yeah.
Not quite 100, but 8 times 3 damage if Boxer ever played it.
It's a lot.
Sudden
and there's
schism.
more damage coming in now.
Yeah. There's that Ross. Ross is going to take care of the Tamaris thanks to the sling, and then it's sort of going to get that free chump block on the Geminon. Sort of free. But it's nice, though, because it enters a second time, it deals the damage. So it deals the damage from blocking, then comes back, and then deals the damage again off of its trigger. So not the free chump block. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Actually going to kill that Geminon thanks to the double trigger. So heads up play by Boxer there on that nice block. Get it back. Ping it twice synergy. Schisming a Ross and then blocking and then dying and bringing it back is a lot of damage in one turn. Killed
yeah, that
2
was actually,
units with
I
that?
didn't do that. Yeah.
Killed 2 units and you kept your Ross.
To be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
I was just thinking of the free block on the siege train, but yeah, this is much better.
Yeah, Hailstorm take out the Crafty, why not? And all of a sudden, Boxer's turning the corner here. Got a Zhou for turn.
Well, this double sling at least draws Jez 3 cards at
That
the end
is
of
true.
on top of his sling he already has.
True.
And if he ever does find a unit to trigger sling, that's a lot of damage. I guess he can like keep applying pressure with the Rost, right? Because when it dies,
Yeah.
that's just more damage. Yeah.
That is true. Boxer going to trade the Tamaris. That's a lot of damage coming through. And this is a big Rost, too. Now it's a 13-13 Rost. Follow up, like you said, double sling of the Chi. Let's draw 3 cards. Hailstorm, Hailstorm, Fire Sigil. Not the best, but those 3 cards are not being drawn next turn, so get them out of there.
That is.
Permafrost from Boxer going to take care of. That is a good answer for what Jez had going right there.
If only Hailstorm damaged face.
Is there anything with... Okay, hear me out. Is there anything with transforming this into something that has endurance?
Okay, how it's +3, right?
It's +3. It's a 5 cost. You'd be doing it 8. Is there an 8 drop that has endurance? I mean, you gotta try, right? Yes, do it. Endurance.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh. You gotta go for it. I love it.
Yeah. No, that's definitely an 8 drop with endurance.
Instead, got 11, 12 flying double damage. I don't think Jez has ways to break permafrosts though.
No, because the siege breaker doesn't do it either, right?
No, it's just relics. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that Jez went for it though. That would have been an amazing end to that game.
Yeah. And that's the fun things that you can do in with that thing. I love it. The heirloom.
All right, gonna play out Hurler and a Kenna. Kenna can't really fight anything, but it is a unit. Ooh, there's another blueprints. We could try again.
Oh, there were only 3 hits
On 11.
at 8 endurance.
Oh, there's only 3 hits at 8. How many are at 11? Flicker gonna negate this
0.
torch. 0. All right, then don't do it on there. Flicker gonna negate in 1 torch. Are we gonna flicker it again? No. Jez is gonna let that second one happen. Here comes Zhou. That's a blocker. That's gonna take care of the Kenna. Boxer now putting some real pressure on. Hit Jez down to 11.
Sorry, there were 4 options. Urid is also an option because it attacks and gets endurance.
True.
Oh no,
Oh, it
no,
can't
it can't
attack.
because it
Yeah.
comes attack. So 3.
All right, blueprints. All right, here comes a siege train. That's going to take care of the Zhou.
Oh, of course, triple overwhelm. The
Oh,
triple
because of
overwhelm
the
damage.
because that has overwhelm. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see that.
It's
Wow.
you forget it so quickly because all the overwhelm got stripped away from Sling. But
Right. Yeah,
the
I'm
siege
sorry,
train
Chad. I
still
didn't
has
even
it.
see the siege train having overwhelm triple off of the Sling of the Chi. Good call. Wow, and just like that, all right, Jez is going to tie it up. Sorry about that, Chad. I totally missed that on the overwhelm. All right, well, we get a game 3. Game 3 for all the marbles here. You know, you told me over break, Ash, that you were snacking, and now every time you go quiet with your mic, I'm like, oh, I can just picture you eating. You're just like, oh, take a bite. every time there's a silence now, it's oh yeah, he's snacking.
It's actually not true. I haven't actually snacked since I said that.
It's all right. Did you ever see the classic Ben Stark clip when he was doing coverage in the Magic event and eating Chipotle bowl on camera? That was pretty.
Oh,
great.
I haven't seen that.
That was great. You gotta look up the Ben Stark Chipotle bowl. It's classic. All right. Time for game 3. Boxer on the play once again. So Boxer gets on the play all 3 games. Has Crafty Occultist, Torch, and Kenna uncontained in hand.
Yeah, I'm just not even gonna call out things based on opening hands anymore because this has gone either which way, to be honest.
It's true. Both of these hands a little awkward. I mean, Jess's hand with the double hailstorm when there's no... I should say no targets. The only target is Crafty Occultist. Boxer has 2 Crafty Occultists in hand. Jez has 2 hailstorms in hand. So who knows how this is going to play out. Obstructive. Another aggressive obstructive flicker. Flickering a treasure trove on 2.
I mean, why not? Right? Like, to be honest, what else are you going to obstructive flicker?
Alright, Jez gonna strategize. Did draw a Kenna for turn 4, as well as the Siege Breaker, of course. Boxer has a treasure trove, but notably no more power in hand. Jez has 2 more power in hand.
There is also a lack of sling available.
Lack of sling on both sides. That is very true. Now, you could play out the Siege Drain here, but it would just get traded off with this Kenna at best.
Quite likely, yeah.
Instead, going to shift out of Tamaris. All right, key power draw for Boxer there. Going to hit their 5th power on time. Crafty Occultist pitching Zhou and a Treasure Trove to draw power, strategize, and of course make a Grenadin.
I see. Hailstorm? What? The one time it's useful in this matchup.
Are we gonna see the Hailstorm taking out the Crafty and the Grenadin?
It might just be a Kenna taking out the Crafty.
Could be. Although with Hailstorm you get to draw off the Trove. Trove Hailstorm uses your power pretty efficiently. Difficult decision here. Siege Train, no.
Kenna gives the board presence.
Can I kill the Crafty?
I think so.
You could also Kenna hold, but I think I like Kenna kill Crafty. Oh, yeah, okay, Kenna hold.
Ooh, okay. Oh, to Hailstorm and then Kenna the Kenna.
You could do that, yeah. The only problem with that is you're giving Boxer a whole nother turn to change what's happening on the board. I feel like things change so frequently in this matchup that planning out, banking on something being there a turn or two in advance, a little dangerous.
What did Boxer grab? Yeah, the Sudden Schism.
Sudden
Yeah,
Schism, yeah, on a Kenna. So now we got
good.
2 Kennas. Torch.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Gonna take out 1, and pressure's on. That's gonna put Jez down to 11. So Boxer has Jez down to 11 and has a board advantage. Look at this. Has 11 flying in the air right now. That's pretty good.
So I guess
Also has
this is
double
just,
crafty
Hailstorm
backup.
into Craft. Was not going for Hailstorm into Crafty. Okay.
This is really tough now. So you can Kenna the crafty. That's so dangerous.
I mean, you go down
though.
to like 2.
Yeah, it's really dangerous. But you have a face Aegis instead. Just gonna Kenna and hold up block. All right, crafty draw Permafrost. Let's see, Boxer.
Is he playing for a double Hailstorm?
Just removal spell. There's 1 Hailstorm. Okay, that's not going to do it this turn, but I mean, you got to love Boxer's position right here.
Yeah, for sure. But like, if Jez is playing for double Hailstorm, maybe he's still in it.
All right, Boxer going to draw. There's Torch and a Transpose. Is that just lethal? Transpose is going to hit it, and Torch for lethal.
Oh, I forgot about the Kenna ultimate. Yep.
And that's just going to do it. Transpose going to pop the face Aegis. Torch is going to hit the face. And world competitor, the Boxer, is going to take Summer Challenge number 4 and qualify for the Summer Invitational. Congratulations, the Boxer. Well done. Well earned. Fantastic showing tonight. I mean, sling all around, so somebody who knows the sling deck really well, I guess. Could have gone a lot of different ways, but congrats to the Boxer on taking that down. You're the champion of Summer Challenge number 4. Very well played. Very accomplished player, of course. No surprise.